I'm back. For real this time.
Man, this some more bull.
How's it going, YouTube? My name is Trey, and welcome to part 1, the intro to HTML. Let's get straight to the code.
What is HTML?
Well, I'm glad you asked. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Unlike Java or C, which are object-oriented languages, HTML is pretty much the skeleton, or would you say the backbone of web pages. HTML pretty much provides the content for your web page, like your text, your drop-down boxes, your buttons, all of those things.
Where can HTML be used?
HTML files are simply text documents. They can be created in any basic text editors. For example, TextEdit if you have a Mac operating system, Notepad for Windows, and if you so happen to have a Linux operating system, you can use Gedit.
Now that you've explained what HTML is and how to create it, how do you run it?
Alright, let's get to the good stuff. For the first step, we're going to create a folder called Practice.
We talking about practice, man.
Inside our folder, we're going to have a CSS folder, an images folder, and a text file called index. Like I said earlier, you can use any text editor that you want. Well, it depends on your operating system. But for today's example, we're going to be using Notepad. So, when you're coding in your text file, each line contains an opening and closing tag. For example, for the first line in our text file, we're going to have left bracket, exclamation mark, and then in all caps, doc type, HTML, and then a closing bracket. And this whole thing is considered our opening tag. For the closing tag, we're going to have a /HTML, and then our left and right brackets on the outside of it. And then we're going to move our cursor in between and press enter to how many times you would like. Oh, correction, doc type. This tells your PC that it's an HTML file when you're running it inside of your internet browser. The next line I'm about to enter isn't needed, but if you would like to, type HTML lang is equal to, in quotations, EN, which represents English.
Well, duh.
This specifies what language that your content is going to be in for your HTML page. Every HTML page, whether it's a doc type or a language specifier, has a head and a body. The head tag is used for metadata, or data that describes data. Under our head tag, we're going to have meta char set is equal to equal to UTF-8. And for the second line, we're going to have title, my first web page. The meta char set line defines the character set for the document. The UTF-8 is usually for the languages of English, Spanish, German, French, and Portuguese. Under our body tag, put the elements that are visible to our internet browser, like our buttons, text boxes, all the good stuff. Next, let's save our file as an HTML file. We're going to simply say file, save as. The name of our file is index.html. We save that. Go to your practice folder and double click your .html extension. And here we are. In our tab, it says my first web page. Earlier, we put title, my first web page, which is going to be shown on the tab of your internet browser. Inside of our body tag, we're going to add a headline or a header. It simply says H1. Put whatever text you want. For today's example, we're going to say hello world. Yes, another mistake. At the top, we should have an opening bracket for HTML. So when we refresh our web page, we're going to say we refresh our HTML file in our internet browser. So that's the end of part 1 to intro to HTML. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and comment, and I'll see y'all in the next video.